I'm Yamino, the artist of Sister Claire, and I'm joined tonight by...
The one, the only, the incredible, the indelible Ash Barnes. I write the missing moments and I help Eleanor write the comic.
which we're working on right now. For the first time in forever.
For the first time in forever.
Really forever, because I have never drawn a comic page live before.
Captain Morgan is asking if Sarah is joining us tonight.
She really wishes she could, but she's got a lot of chemistry homework to do, so she can't. Tragedy.
Jamie is asking, well, first Jamie is saying hello. Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
And asking how was the show this weekend?
It was good.
Yeah, we had a really good time. We got to meet some people. I'm looking at you, Captain Morgan. As well as Daphne and Levi. And I heard there were 2 other people who showed up to our Sunday meetup. We're so sorry that we were stuck in a parking garage for an hour. We apologize.
It sucked.
It sucked. We were late to our Sunday meetup because traffic was killer. But we had a really good time. The con treated us very well. The food was astonishingly good for con food. Morgan asks, you got food? Yes, we got food. The first day, we had to resort to eating some con food because we forgot our con food supplies back at our motel. But it was fine. It was quite good.
You know, expensive as hell, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, it was. Con food is always so overpriced.
Now you all get to see how messy the pages start out. I'm not a clean sketcher at all.
I think that's fine. I think it's really going to be interesting for people to see the process this early on.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is when Elena sends me this like scribbly like rectangle full of floating bubbles and like vague armatures, and she's like, how about this? And I'm like, well, it looks like a bunch of squiggles. Captain Morgan wants to know, how long do these pages take in general?
It varies so much page to page. This one I'm hoping will not take too long because it's only 4 panels. I thought it was 3. It's 4 panels. And it's a lot of headshots. But the less close-up it is and the more like environment and anatomy and stuff I have to draw, the more time it tends to take.
And that's the tea maker. Oh, have I asked yet? How is everybody doing tonight? Did I ask already?
No.
Okay.
That's the tea. It's time for me to get it.
All right. Give Elena just a moment. She is getting the tea. Seems like everyone is mostly okay. I'm glad. Oh, Ben Husky, you went to Katsukan? Did we see you? Did we meet you? Elena, what are you doing?
Because the water always drips.
Uh-huh.
It spits boiling water when I put the thing back down.
Matt wants to see me do a page sometime. That would be really hilarious. Not only do I not really know how to draw on a tablet, but I just don't really know how to draw in general. It's a lie. I can draw. No, I can't. Yeah, you can. No. Yes. Oh, Ben Husky's the one who came to the table and got the Pearl sketch card.
Oh, cool.
It was so great to meet you.
It was.
Oh, I'm delighted.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
I should maybe turn
Uh-oh, there was apparently a loud noise. What did y'all hear? Uh-oh. Was I loud? Was it me?
I don't think it was you.
Oh, maybe you brushed the mic when you sat down.
I don't know how I could have done that given that the mic is like here. I might have touched my hand on it or something. I'm sorry.
Oh. Sorry, y'all.
If I post this recording, I'll have to remember that.
Mm-hmm. Aw, people are asking if you're okay because you've been coughing.
Yeah. Oh, have I coughed already since coming here?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even noticed. I've gotten accustomed to coughing constantly. I am feeling better, but I still have this really nasty cough that's just not going away. And that's why I've been having even more tea than usual. It really didn't help at the convention that I really couldn't have hot tea at all during the hours that we were at the con, so my throat got really dry and chummy. But I'm feeling better.
If the cough doesn't go away, it occurs to me, like, I hope you didn't get what Sarah had.
No, she had like some kind of pneumonia.
She had walking pneumonia, which is highly contagious. Yeah. Lilypad Newland says, try honey in your tea. It's very good. Oh, believe me, darling.
Oh, I do. I put so much honey in my tea.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Even when I'm not sick.
You don't have to educate Elena about honey.
Honey bun.
Alley Cat is asking, would this stage be considered inking?
No, I do two basic, I do two sketch passes usually. So I'll do this like, well, I guess sometimes it's more like three. The first two are kind of mixed together, but like my first pass, it will usually look something like this. And there'll be like balloons for where the text goes, and it'll be incomprehensible to anybody except me. Like maybe I'll put like a line here so you could tell this is supposed to be a face, but it'll be like really basic. And I'll be like, Ash, what about this? What do you think about this panel, Ash? And she'll have to like squint and use her modern art thinking to like deduce what the hell is going on in this panel. And then I'll do the sketch that's more like this one, where it's a little more clear, but like usually the characters have these soulless blank eyes, and you still see all the crosses where their faces are lined up, and sometimes it gets like really messy looking. And then I'll do a tighter sketch like this just to figure out more cleanly where things go. I don't always do a tight sketch for like every panel, but panels where it's really important that I get like the emotion right, or I don't know. Some panels I don't feel comfortable just inking it with a very loose sketch, so I polish it a lot more. But this is still considered the sketching.
Oh no, Arlen Trow had a low blood count and went to the ER.
Oh.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Me too.
Oh. Space Budgie asks, so you basically draw it 4 times?
Basically, yeah. And that's why the page takes hours to do. But like, I think that it can take almost as long even in the really early sketch parts, because not because I'm putting in a ton of detail, but because I'm so finicky about figuring out the details of like panel transitions and making sure that things read okay. Each pass comes with its own challenges, really.
Good night, lily pad.
Good night.
Something that Ella...
Sorry.
It's okay. Something that Elena and I often have to compromise on are the aforementioned panel transitions, because when we're scripting, see, I think of it like almost like a movie, and Elena's like, there can't be that many transitions, Ash. We have to condense it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And
I also like to think of it as a movie, but I've gotten a lot more used to figuring out how much can I cram into one panel.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know that some people are okay with this, but I really don't like reading comics that are super, super text dense, with just walls of text. And so I also have to try to condense dialogue and things to be, how can we keep it as simple as possible without really making it text heavy and making this feel like a missing moment more than a comic page. Like, missing moments are not bad, but these are not missing moments.
Yes. Let me, a couple of people are asking, whose tea are you drinking? It's not one of the Sister Claire teas, it's Ricola.
Yeah, this is a tea, it's a German brand called Ricola that you probably see their cough drops a lot in stores and gas stations and everywhere, but in Europe they have, I can show you really quick. Oh, and you can see how my hair looks when it's put up.
They said it did it again with the mic. What are you doing?
I'm not touching the mic. I'm nowhere near the mic. But, hey y'all, this is me with my hair up. And this is the tea that I'm drinking. It's called Ricola, and it comes in these little pellets. And it melts instantly, and it tastes very minty and sugary. And it's full of magical herbs that are supposed to be good for you. You don't even like this. You can have some if you want it.
No,
but
I hate it.
I know you don't like it. I know you don't.
Look who is in the chat. Sarah.
Sarah.
That stuff smells like Satan to me. Ugh.
It does not. It smells good. It smells like herbs and good, wholesome things. I have to look at this old page to figure out where the hell is Oscar's shoulder. What's going on? Okay, this is Rosie's shoulder. Okay. I said, hey, what's going on? I said, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. I said, hey, What's going on? I'm so sad. I can't sing anymore.
Oh, you were doing fine in the car last night.
Yeah.
Avatar Tag asked, "Does ash not like mint?" You know, it really depends on what the mint is in. In general, I'm not a big fan of tea, so there's that.
Even so, she still wants to taste mine all the time, even when she knows she hates it, just so that she can taste it and make this face like.
Well, it's mostly, to see if I do like it in other iterations.
Yeah, I really wish you would like tea.
Well, that's why I keep trying it. I hope I would like tea too, because it seems to give so many people such joy. But
if people can learn how to like cigarettes, you can learn how to like tea.
Yeah, you're really selling me
It's
on that
so
one.
much better than cigarettes, Ash.
Well, I'm sure it is. I don't like those either. God. Here, let me try that shiz.
It's very hot.
Never mind.
It's okay if you slurp. I'm going to put a little more of the flavoring in it after you sip it.
Yeah, it smells like ass.
No, it doesn't. It smells like...
No, hot.
It smells like angelic farts. Farts of angels.
It's okay.
It's okay because it's very watery right now. I'm about to add another spoon of this stuff.
It tastes exactly like a liquid cough drop.
Yeah, basically that's what it is, though.
Deadly Cipher says, "Did they just say it smells like ass?" Yes, I did. Yes, indeed, I did. You did not.
That's a pretty common phrase out of Ash's mouth. Or, when we've recently gone to Med Deli and had a lot of hummus, she'll say things like, "Smells like something crawled up your ass and died."
God. MK Art is leaving. Good night, dear heart. I hope you sleep well. Oh, Tag's asking about, I'm assuming my frogs and not the Froggers, considering I don't keep Froggers. I am a Frogger. The frogs are good. The ones downstairs in my office, we're currently in my work building. They're fine. And the ones at home are doing well, too.
What is Sarah doing in the chat? She's supposed to be doing homework. I told Rosie to keep an eye on her.
Uh-huh. Was Rosie being good?
Mm-hmm. Rosie is pooped.
Good.
She spent all weekend getting chewed on by Jerome, who's a pit bull mix who loves her.
He is such a sweet puppy.
He's a good dog, but he really jumps too much.
Yeah.
I don't like that. They've kind of trained him to do it. They say they trained him to do it. What they mean is they did not train him not to do it, because all dogs do that if you don't make them stop.
Sarah says, Rosie fell asleep in her crate. She is being good.
Oh, did she go in the crate all by herself? What a good girl.
She does sometimes.
What a good egg.
Sarah said, all by herself.
Wow. She's so good.
Bye, Karen.
Goodbye.
I hope you come back before we finish as well. Excuse me. Oh, it's Sailor Lady. Hey, Sailor Lady.
Hey.
People are talking about Oscar's face, and Doe said, the face is like my browser history.
Wait, which face? The one?
The one that
Down
Oscar's
here.
making. Yeah. Hey.
She should have a tongue going like this. Like that.
What her face really looks like is an anime when the character goes, Nanda kore! Though Oscar's voice would be more like, Nanda kore!
Yeah. I shouldn't try to do any anime voices right now.
Matt said, I like to imagine Oscar has a silky baritone voice.
I have a really hard time imagining how Oscar actually sounds.
There is a French actress who sounds exactly like her, but she's very obscure, and I can't remember her name. Or at least sounds exactly like how I envision her to sound.
How do you find her?
How did I find her? She was in a movie that I went to see with Ryan.
And now you can't remember.
I can't remember what the movie was about.
Oh, I remember you telling me. Wasn't it about a lady and there was a war and she's having an affair? Wasn't it like a lesbian subplot or something?
No.
Oh, never mind. No. Was I imagining all this while you're telling me this heteronormative story? I'm imagining the lesbian subplot.
No, it wasn't heteronormative at all. It was
Oops, I gave her Marie bangs.
Oops.
It was what though?
It was this movie about in the aftermath of World War II. I think it was the aftermath of World War II. I'm pretty sure. This lady gets plastic surgery. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the movie I remember. Okay, maybe I'm confusing it with another story. The Danish Girl, the Dutch Girl, whatever it's called. There's another like lesbian movie, but yeah, I remember you telling me about this. It involved piano playing, right? She's a piano player.
Yeah. I had forgotten that until you said it. But there is an actress in that movie who sounds like how I envision Oscar to sound. And she is...
I don't think that movie is that obscure. We could probably find it.
Yeah, we probably could. Arwen Trow said, my friend, since I talk about Sister Claire a lot, finally watched some stream recordings. She was pleasantly surprised by your lovely voices and looked up what you two look like. She looked at me and said, I really like Elena's face.
Aw, that's really sweet.
I like her face too.
I like my face. It's a good, it's an okay face.
It's a good face. Speaking of faces, I got the nicest compliment this weekend from someone at Katsukan. This kid came up to our table, and they couldn't have been more than 14.
Yeah, they were around that.
Yeah, and they were really eager to talk to us. I mean, they had no idea about Sister Claire. They were just walking around, and they liked Elena's art. And they looked at me and said, wow, you look like what would happen if Rebecca Sugar and Steven fused. And I was like, oh, that's so my cutie pie. I just thought that was so sweet.
It was really sweet. I also remember that girl, well, I actually don't know what their pronouns were, but this person walked by who had really cool hair, and you said something like, nice hair, and without any hesitation, they shot back like, no, your face is nice, or something like that.
Yeah,
and you were like,
no, I said, oh, I love your hair, and they shot back, I love your face.
Yeah.
I was just like, God, Ellen, don't die.
Sorry. Every time I laugh, it's like, I probably terrified everybody at the con who's scared of getting the con crud. I felt like a plague victim.
I don't want to be Pink Diamond, y'all. Pink Diamond's dead. God.
Why? Why are they saying you're Pink Diamond?
I guess in reference to the
oh, I see.
the fusion thing.
Why do people think that Pink Diamond's a fusion of like a sugar and
Stevie? I don't know. But
Lapis was her OC. I don't think that she's anything like Lapis.
Oh, Matt wants to know, how do you pronounce Thronum Mare? Elena coughed right in the middle of it.
Sorry, say that again.
Thronum Mare.
Thronum Mare.
Sailor Lady asks, are Rosie and Marie wearing the same outfit, but Marie took off the skirt?
Yeah, pretty much. As you can see here, there was a skirt, but she took it off so she could do her acrobatic nonsense. I was originally going to draw her wearing the skirt, and then I realized that upside down, it would just be flying over her head. And I don't think she would do that.
Space Budgie says, hey Yamino, quick question. Is there any particular reason why you haven't been uploading these live draws to your YouTube, or just I've been too busy or something like that?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time first to upload it. I have to be on campus to do it because if I do it from home, it takes like 6 hours to upload the videos because our connection is not that great at home. So I have to be on campus to do it. And it uploads really quickly, but then I have to find the time to like make the graphic for the video and add all the tags and everything. And it ends up taking a while. And now that I have kind of a backlog, I think there's like at least 5 or 6 videos I need to edit.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking about it makes me feel like, oh, so much work. So I don't want to do it. So a lot of it now has been not just me being busy, but procrastinating or feeling like I have much more pressing things I probably need to do. But I do intend to get to it. I just, also because we hardly ever get any comments on there, I'm not really aware of how many people actually care about the video uploads. Ooh, what are you looking at there, Ash?
I don't know.
Some kind of like sea snake softcore porn?
It's like snake lesbians.
Yeah, I love it. Snesbians.
Snesbian, someone on Tumblr says.
You should you are obliged to link this in the chat.
Apparently it's called The Sorcerer and the White Snake.
I love it.
It's very cool.
I don't know what it is, but I love it. What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the videos. Yeah, so I don't actually know how many people even watch the videos because we don't get comments, but by all means, if you are getting something out of the videos, I would love to hear it because we don't really get a lot of feedback about that. I know a lot of people love the live stuff, but I don't get a lot of feedback about the actual recordings. It makes me happy that a lot of people like listening to them, though. I know some people have said they listen to them while they're working or doing other things because it makes them feel like they're hanging out with people. We are hanging out right now. It's just you and me and Ish. And Steve. What was that song?
It's something like, it's just you and me and me. And your friend Steve, or our friend Steve.
Yeah.
I was in that really funny
video compilation of Steven Universe stuff. So.
Small Ninja wants to know, are there any recent anime you've watched? Excuse my weeaboo-ness, but I like crying over anime.
Yes, actually, I watched all of Little Witch Academia the other day with Sarah and David. It's really cute. It's really good. It's just so short.
I haven't seen it yet. Today, I watched a couple episodes of, well, now I've forgotten the name of it. Hang on. I'm like, yes, I too have watched a thing.
Fake anime girl.
What is it called?
You didn't watch an anime. Ash is gonna get me to watch some Voltron soon.
Yeah. Oh, Kobayashi-Sanshi no Maid Dragon.
Oh, the Maid Dragon one?
Yeah, it's...
what do you think about that?
Well, I'm only on episode 3. The first 2 episodes were... I will hesitantly call them cute. There were some moments that made me just go...
I heard that there's a trigger warning for one of the early episodes where there's like a really rapey scene. Like, I don't think that it's like a really graphic scene, but it's kind of like making light of it somehow. Or like assault. I saw a trigger warning about that and I was like, huh. And the person was saying, because of this, I hesitate to recommend it to everyone, but I like the show overall.
I think I know the moment they're talking about, and that was one of the moments that made me go, what the hell?
Yeah.
One of the things about that show is that they're trying to make Kobayashi-san, the protagonist, like, it's a woman, but she's essentially a salaryman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, weird. And immediately in the first episode, you know, she's called one of the guys and stuff. And some of her behaviors are being, like, they're trying to draw parallels to how, like, salarymen would act and behave and all this other stuff. I'm just like, I don't know. And thus far, there hasn't really been much of an explanation for any of it, like why someone would have chosen to do this. I don't know.
To do what?
Like,
spoiler?
No. Why a woman would have chosen to become a salaryman?
Oh.
Like, I'm also kind of, I'm a little bit over here kind of like wrinkling my eyebrows because it doesn't seem like something that would very easily go down. Like, that would easily be allowed. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess if you can suspend your belief about, like, a maid dragon.
Yeah. But thus far, I would very tentatively say I liked it. The more it goes on, the more I like it, because they're giving the characters a chance to develop, and I have to admit, I'm kind of interested in where they go with the world building. There are definitely some fan servicey moments that make me roll my eyes and just, like, ugh. But I can't remember why I started watching it. I think it's because I saw Zextrin talking about it, or at least talking about how she wanted to watch it, And I was like, often Chrissy has tastes that run quite similar to mine, so let me give it a shot. Aside from that, I haven't watched any anime recently. Oh, unless you want to count the movie Your Name.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
That's such a good movie. Let's see if I have mystery questions. Oh, Matt wants to know, how long have you been drawing?
Since a little after 6. Oh, you mean?
I think he means during your life, Elena.
30 years? A long time. I mean, I can't remember the first time I picked up a crayon and started making squiggles with it,
but she never stopped.
Let's put it this way. I can't ever remember a time in my life that I wasn't interested in drawing and did it in almost all of my free time.
Oh,
I really thought he was talking just about this page. You mean you were here when I started out? I can't keep track of the time.
No. Dole wants to know, is Oscar a boy or a girl? Lots of people in the chat have already asked, but I will clarify. Word of God from the creator, although it's mentioned over and over and over again over the course of both the comic and the missing moments. Oscar is a woman.
Oscar's a trans woman.
Michaela says, I wish I had gotten here earlier. Well, dear heart, we would have loved to have had more time with you too, but you're here now.
You're here.
And we are happy to see you.
She looks a little too happy for what Rosie is telling her.
Yeah, a little bit.
Trying so hard not to cough.
You should let yourself cough,
baby. Sometimes when I start coughing, it just doesn't stop.
Oh.
And it reminds me that I have to pee, which I do, but I'm also trying not to do that.
Please don't do that here. Daijoubu. I think her eyes are a little too far apart. Oscar's on me. But that is...
Let's get pizza.
You're trying to distract me from the wide set eyes. Okay.
Pizza.
I like it. That was creepy.
I don't like it.
The lights in here just dimmed. I think if we move around, it'll not do a damn thing. Okay.
The ghosts don't care if we need the light. They're not going to turn it back on first.
So do you want Domino's or Papa John?
I want this pizza.
Well, IP3 doesn't deliver, I don't think.
Really like Domino's or Papa John's. We've gotten sick from both of them.
Yeah, true.
Which of these is light, Sash?
I don't know. Those. Good job.
I'm going to go to the bathroom while I'm up. I will return shortly.
So, Elena has gone briefly. How's everybody doing? You know, I would try to draw something, but it would suck so bad that I'm not even gonna. Also, I worry that I would like ruin this carefully constructed assembly of layers and brush strokes and things. Make a new layer. Okay. Let's see. Do I know how to do this? Why isn't there just like a little plus sign that lets you make a new layer? I am pathetic at this. Oh no. Y'all, I'm not gonna do it. I'm a little bit too hesitant. Is she already coming back? Yes. Yes. I was going to try to draw something, but I realized I didn't even know how to make a new layer, and the chat was trying to school me. But then you came back.
Aw. Sorry.
So they said it looks like a little piece of paper, like this?
Yeah, that one, yeah. Look that.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now how do I get the pen back?
Your pen's right there. Oh, hit the letter P.
Okay. Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, sorry. That's the pen tool in Photoshop. B is what I meant to say. The brush, pen. Brush, not pen.
There you go.
You want me to zoom in on some white so you can draw a little more easily?
No.
Are you trying to give her a mustache?
Yeah. Okay, here. I'll give it back.
Meow, meow, meow. I want a picture.
Elena,
Can we order pizza?
yes.
Please.
Yes, we can.
Hungry.
I know you're hungry. Keep drawing. Okay.
Does Chipotle deliver?
You know what? I can look at some Grubhub. How about?
Yeah.
Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now I just got to remember my login information.
You can look it on my phone.
Oh no, it's okay.
My phone is all logged in.
I believe you. Oh wait. It's probably. There. Fine.
This looks like a rolled up pill bug, not the back of Rosie's head. Look, these are the eyes. These are the little legs. Or maybe it's an armadillo. Yeah, here's the tail. Here's the armadillo.
Give it little claws. Matt says, "Hey Elena, this has probably been answered before, but is Mount Swiss cheese unique? Were the two different looking mountain ranges intentional?" Do you want me to answer that?
What's the other one you're talking to? Are you talking about the mountains, the hole in the mountain?
Yeah.
No, it's meant to be the same one. I just don't bother looking at it. I just don't bother looking at the reference for it sometimes. Sorry. I just figured, there's a hole in the mountain. People will recognize it as the same one. It always has a hole in it. And people are like putting the pictures over each other in transparent layers to identify the mountain ranges. As I wish I put that much effort into designing mountains. Now I feel like I really let you down.
That mountain is called Keyhole Mountain.
Minchie's livers?
Well, I guess it does.
What if we get Minchie's and pizza?
No.
Dessert.
I don't know. If you want dessert, we can go to Yopo later. But there's not a ton of options, baby.
I would be okay with Indian food as long as it's not spicy one.
I mean, I love Indian food, but... Oh, yeah, look at it.
Like butter chicken's not spicy, right? Theoretically. Sometimes I think it's spicy. Well, I think the one time I had it, they made it spicy. They admitted they made me the wrong thing. Remember?
Did they?
Yeah, in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew that it was the wrong thing because you had it and shared some with me the other day, and it was fine. And then when we ordered it, it was like so spicy. Sorry, guys.
Excuse me. So you want this? They've got chicken makhani, which is butter chicken. Butter cream sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be okay. Can I get a bread with it?
Yes.
And what's it called? Paneer. I like garlic paneer or a cheese paneer. I think I like the garlic paneer. Even just regular ones. Come on. Sorry, dear.
Oh, no. Poor baby.
I hope the spice doesn't aggravate.
Me too.
Or maybe it'll make it all wash away. It'll wash away my sins. Photoshop's going really slow. I'm going to quit it and reopen and see if that helps anything.
Okay. Avatar Tag asks, is Olga based on anyone from something else?
Yes, she is. Someone already answered it.
Oh, did they?
Captain Morgan. She's based on Helga Sinclair from Atlantis. Wow, the chat is so behind. Look how far behind this video is.
Wow.
Oh, maybe it's because it's trying to stream the video. I need to just... This will probably help more. I'm gonna grab some more hot water. Sorry for the noise, guys. Let me know when we have the light. Not you too, Ash. Oh, there's chum floating in here. I can't drink it. Is that the place that we ate with Sarah?
No.
How's the video quality for everybody?
Chibi Chibi says, those eyebrows are the best. Do you make faces in the mirror to practice expressions?
I used to. Now I sometimes will take pictures of myself with the webcam, but more often than not, I'm just making the face as I draw it. And I don't even realize it until somebody's like, what's wrong? Are you upset? Why do you look so mad? Or like, what? Why are you crying? Just because I'll be making these very extreme faces of whatever I'm drawing is what I tend to be doing. Have we already ordered?
I'm ordering as we speak.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Ash. I'm looking at what I'm drawing.
I know, I'm typing in directions with driving.
I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe I do need to see if I have walking pneumonia because it's not going away. Maybe it's just regular pneumonia. That would be fun. Okay. I'm about ready to start inking now.
How? You ready to start inking now?
Yeah, I'm about ready.
Doe asked, aren't you hospitalized for pneumonia generally? No, in fact, usually not. I guess it depends on the severity of the pneumonia, but like Sarah wasn't hospitalized. Before he died, my dad had it several times, and he was not generally hospitalized for it.
If you're a grandma or something, sometimes you will be. My grandma had to go to the hospital for it, but, you know, she died of it, so. Well, to be fair, she died of Alzheimer's and pneumonia and a bunch of other things, but.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Is anybody even going to want to watch this video with all of me coughing?
Okay, hopefully it doesn't take the hour that it said it would.
An hour?
Hopefully not.
So long. Oh, so many people here right now. I'm about to start inking, by the way. So I take it into Manga Studio. I love Manga Studio. It does so much work for me.
It is an excellent, excellent program. It makes me happy how happy you are with it.
Yeah.
Tag asks, why the program switch?
Because you can't get lines like this in Photoshop. It's so much nicer to draw in Manga Studio. I've drawn it before, a comparison, but here I will show you. So, here is a line in Photoshop. Wait. What? Why isn't it drawing it? Come on. Draw the line. Oh, it's because this is set to mode color. Okay, pencil tool. There we go. So, like, here's a line in Photoshop. It looks okay, but you see how, like, janky this line looks here? It's okay, but we can do better. Now, watch me draw a similar line. Look how smooth and crisp it looks even close up. That's because Manga Studio has something called line stabilization, and it will automatically perfectly smooth out your lines. And it gives you all that really nice pressure sensitivity. So yes, I like Manga Studio a lot more for inking. But then I take it back into Photoshop to color. Even though I don't have to, but I'm a lot more used to drawing in Photoshop, coloring in Photoshop, so just because I know all the shortcuts and everything, I just switch it back. But you don't really need to. If you're learning a program for the first time, I would recommend just learning Manga Studio. You can do the sketching in here too, but again, I'm more comfortable with Photoshop, so.
Alto Front asks, do you allocate time to each stage, e.g. 1 hour sketching, etc., or do you just take as long as you need?
I just take as long as I need. I can't really work that way, because what if after an hour I was still like being really anal and picking apart like how I was drawing this character's emotion or something? I would be deeply unhappy if I had only an hour to do a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And some pages just require a lot more attention than others.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm sad that the one recording I'm doing of drawing an actual comic page, it's going to be marred by all my coughing.
I think it's fine, dear.
Guess I'll just have to do another one. You're not getting sick too, are you?
I don't know.
Your throat sounds kind of...
It doesn't hurt or anything, but I feel like I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, you're getting the shum.
I've had to...
Your throat so much.
I've had to be on the phone a lot today. Now, that is an interesting question, Tag. Tag said, how far through the full story of Sister Claire and the Missing Moments do you think we are? Like 1/3, half, 2/3? Definitely not halfway and definitely not 2/3. Probably more like 1/3.
Really?
Maybe not even that far.
Are you kidding?
I think it really, when you consider both the comic and the Missing Moments together, like, you've got a pretty big story there. And I don't think it's quite fair to equivocate with the Missing Moments because that involves so many different characters when the comic is really going to focus, like, primarily on either Claire and the group that surrounds her or insert other group here. We don't at this point plan on breaking away and having like super duper separate arcs for each character. Does that mean various characters won't get development? No. But what it does mean is that like Claire's story will progress faster than the Missing Moments. Like, well, that's not even true either because the Missing Moments are prose. But the story in the comic is a little bit more streamlined. Like, the Missing Moments have so many different characters in them, and I can't even begin to tell you how many I'm going to write about. Whatever best suits the story. We've got a long way to go, but I think you'll enjoy it. Let's see. Michaela says, can one of you tell us a story?
I should probably talk as little as possible.
What kind of story would you like? Do you mean like something that's happened to one of us?
That's probably what they mean. They love those stories.
Chibi Chibi said, a gay story.
About daddy.
Mommy tell you a gay story about daddy.
But you don't tell him I tell you. I don't think they even know what we're talking about. It's a quote of Margaret Cho where she imitates her mom telling a story about her dad.
Jeez.
Do they have like a little progress bar showing how soon the foodie will be here?
I just got a text. They're saying, breaking news, your Grubhub order is being prepared.
Yes. Oh, yes, motherfucking breadcrumbs.
Gross. I'm trying to think of a story. Now that I've been put on the spot, I am having a hard time.
Trying to remember what's a funny thing that happened to us at the con. Surely there's something story worthy.
Cypher said, I keep getting the twins confused. Well, there's two easy ways to tell them apart. The first one is their hair. If you pay attention to their hair.
Rosie has these two little blink things sticking out of her head.
Little cockroach feeler.
And she has a braid. Also, here's a very quick diagram to the twins.
Okay, draw two aliens.
Yep, they have a head shaped like an alien. And Rosie, Murray. And here's their little pointy noses. Rosie has these scary eyes that point down. And she usually looks mad because she's a bitch. And then you have Marie, who has these like sad little doe eyes, and she's happy because she's a good girl. Like sad. Yeah.
She's thinking about Claire there.
Angry Rosie.
Rosie's thinking about Catherine.
Sharpie. So that's the difference between. Oh yeah, and here's her braid. Marie has right now a ponytail. And Rosie has these two. And Marie has these gentle little soft bangs. So to recap, Rosie, evil. Marie, good girl. Okay.
Oh.
Rosie is the one crying right now. Something she will later deny ever doing.
True.
Her hair is extra like frazzled right now because she's a hot mess.
She's been having a hard time. I really like how you've drawn her though. Like,
Thank you.
I feel like it looks almost like a Disney face. It's so perfect.
Oh, it's evocative.
Evocative.
Provocative.
Maddie says, why is Rosie so mean though? Oh, she you know.
She was born second, and she never got over it.
Some people are just slightly more of an asshole than others. You know, just sometimes it's just the way they are.
Lately, she's just been also kind of stressed out, and it's messing her up a little more than normal.
Paulina asked a good question. Has there ever been times when Marie's caused trouble, but everyone assumed Rosie did it? That would be such a good live write.
Can you do that, please?
Yes.
My formal request.
That sounds like a great live write.
The question is, would anyone believe Rosie when she said it wasn't her? The thing is, I think that Marie actually has gotten a pretty bad rap because she goes along with a lot of Rosie's less good ideas. And so I think for a long time they were painted with the same brush.
Mm-hmm.
And as they got older and slightly more independent, people started to see the truth was that Rosie just dragged her along.
Yeah.
But Rosie was the mastermind.
And Marie doesn't usually protest things that Rosie does, even if she disapproves. The exception is like the exception is if Rosie's being mean to Claire, or if Rosie's being mean to someone like Oscar, which is extraordinarily rare. I mean, that
I don't know that Rosie has ever tried to be mean to Oscar intentionally.
she might have let something slip once or twice. Marie doesn't like it when Rosie is mean to Catherine, but often doesn't say anything, at least not in front of Catherine. Might later be like, Rosie, why are you such a shit? Like, stop!
I think probably, and this is something that Marie might feel ashamed about to this day, I think that when she was younger, she was a lot more willing to go along with Rosie's plans, even if they were kind of mean, and I think she didn't quite understand how inappropriate or mean it could be sometimes. And I think as she got older, she would look back and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Why did I let her talk me into that?
Mm-hmm.
That was so mean.
Yeah. Shell Beans here says, they've both been pretty harsh to Catherine when Catherine was possessed by Grimm. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes Marie gets carried away in just following whatever Rosie expects or wants her to do. And I think it's something that she is probably going to be called out on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really like making characters that have no flaws. And I think that's probably Marie's biggest flaw, is
Mm-hmm.
that she is a good person, but she's also somebody who is very willing to follow
Mm-hmm.
orders, especially from Rosie, and sometimes it's really not. It's never, like, sometimes she does things that she would never do if she was left to her own devices, but she gets kind of swept up.
Yeah, she'd be one of those people who would get really swept up in kind of like a party atmosphere, especially. When emotions are running high, she tends to, for good reason, like Marie is extraordinarily empathetic. Especially if you've read the live rights, but it's mentioned in the comic too. Marie can see she can see people's auras. Auras, however the hell you say this word. Auras, is it auras or
It
auras?
depends.
It's like tomato. It's one of those things. She can see people's emotions in this fuzzy light around them. And it's very easy for her to get caught up in the strongest emotions people are feeling. And sometimes those emotions will repulse her if she is, like, and repulse not in the way of, like, disgusting her, but will make her recoil and pull back. Like when Rosie just gets too angry or gets way too involved in being hateful to Catherine or anyone, In that particular instance, Marie might be like, oh, that's too far.
I think, though, there are times when Rosie was not outright angry about something, but she'd be like, we're going to play this great prank. It's going to be so funny.
Yeah.
And, like, I think if Marie had 2 seconds to think about it without Rosie's influence, she'd be like, well, maybe that's actually not really very nice. But I think she kind of she's like an emotional sponge, especially with Rosie, because they have such a strong connection that she'll be like, yeah, that'll be hilarious. And then afterwards she's getting, punished just like Rosie. And she's like, why did I let her talk me into that? That was such a bad idea.
But let's see. Wishing for Memoria says, like, did they not know Catherine was married to Oscar? Yes, they know. They know. They know all about that relationship. They just don't talk about it.
No, she means like literally.
Huh.
Like that they were literally married.
Oh, yeah, they know.
Okay. Because we had been toying around the idea that they didn't.
They know. I'm pretty sure that they do. I thought we had decided they did know. It's been indicated, like, before in, not just live rights, but there was a comic page where it was obvious.
Oh.
The person who might not know is Claire. If they don't, I'll say it, like, let me revise and say, if they don't know that they, like, are officially married, they know that Oscar and Catherine might as well be.
Yeah.
And consider themselves to be.
Like, I'm not sure if they know, all of the details of their wedding and everything, because they don't know about Mummel and stuff like that.
They know about Mummel. Yeah, they do. Like, Oscar has mentioned her before. They don't, and they know a little bit about Throne and Mare, but they don't know about their parents. Like,
I just thought that Oscar probably would have tried to keep a lot of details from them.
Probably she was vague, and it was obvious even to the very young twins how much it hurt her to talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, Claire, people are asking in the chat, well, Claire saw the picture in Gabby's grotto. I'm saying Claire didn't know before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she may not have known previously, but she definitely does now. But then again, Claire also knew about their relationship and stuff. Everyone at the Abbey knows.
Everybody at the Abbey knows about Jackson and Olga too, but Olga especially is like, nobody knows, it's a secret, and Jackson's like, yeah, well, it would have been if you weren't so loud.
Well, Olga's not the only one who's loud, so... Jackson can't talk. Alto Front asks, are the nuns Catholic? Kinda. Not really.
There are lesbian nuns in real life. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm not saying it to you. Just saying it to people who don't know this, maybe. Oh, I want food. Where's my Indian food?
It'll be a good year.
Are you excited we got Indian food?
Yes. Extraordinarily.
It's a blessed day when I agree to have Indian food. Normally I'm much too wary of the spice.
Tag asked, are the live rights by Ash for Missing Moments or other stories? They are writing exercises for me, or sometimes they are when people request certain stories on Patreon about various characters. Sometimes live rights have been revamped and turned into Missing Moments, the most recent one being an example. A long time, like 30 minutes. It may arrive sooner. I told you it was like an hour. Sorry, dear. I'm hungry too. Good questions, y'all. Good questions.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Arwen.
Goodbye.
Sailor Lady said, "Is it just me, or did Olga seem shocked to see Oscar with the body of a man?" Well, I don't know if you'd call Oscar's body the body of a man. It's her body, therefore it's a woman's body. At least that's what she would say.
Yeah.
But Olga, despite having had clue after clue, knowing Oscar over years upon years, like literally over a decade, Olga's a little bit dense sometimes and didn't pick up on that particular one. Oscar was concerned how Olga would react, given that she wasn't sure if Olga's like inability to see what she'd been given clues for years and years was like willful ignorance or just plain ignorance. Like she was worried that Olga would give her a hard time. At least about that, Olga would do no such thing. Oh, have you given Marie a skirt suddenly?
Aw, damn. Ah. Ah. Yes, I did. Thank you for noticing that particular detail. I would have happily just had a skirt appear on her body. I'm so used to drawing their outfit with the skirt.
They haven't updated it in 20 minutes. Don't worry, baby.
David is making eggplant pasta with Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah, you haven't had to have it yet.
No. thank you for coming.
Bye.
Forget Oscar's lashes.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if they delivered it like right to the door.
I'm gonna have to. I told them to call me when they were here. Because I'm not sure if the building will be locked or not. Aw, Shelby said, I'm heading off too. Thank you both so much. You might have an idea of how much your comic means to us, but really, thank you, thank you, thank you. My heart soars and crashes constantly with your comics.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, that's such a sweet thing to say. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Good night, Alto. Thank you for coming too.
Mm-hmm.
Your dear player. Sailor Lady said, I had to get my sister Claire into this comic. It is pretty awesome. Funny fact, my grandpa used to call me Clementine. I want to get her and me together and we can cosplay them both.
That would be so cool.
That would be really awesome. Eleanor Laura says hi.
Hi, Lara.
She's not in the chat. She's texting me.
I see. Tell her I say hi.
I will tell her.
I'm so hungry.
I know. Are you cold or is that just me?
Well, I'm wearing a pretty thick jacket, so not super cold.
Oh, hang
Food. Food, 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 food,
on.
food. It's the food. The food is here. I'm so hungry. I want to eat it. I want to stuff my face. That is such perfect time. Well, I'm not actually done inking. I was going to say, I'm done inking. I'm not. I have one more panel. Fuck. But then after that, I will be done inking. No, 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 When the food gets here, I will take a short break to eat it. Heads up, FYI. I don't think Oscar has ever made this face before, ever. Food!
Oh,
Indian food!
I have to go get forks.
I will keep inking, and then I will take a break when you return. It's okay. Thank you for getting it, dear. is that in my head? All the things I'm missing, good kissing. Thank you, Dead Cipher. We are so married. Literally. That's actually not a fang. This is her gums. Like, these are her teeth here. I could emphasize them a tiny bit. That'd be funny. I think it's better the way it was. Oh, outfit references. I don't actually have outfit references for most characters. The ones that I do have, I have already posted on Tumblr and stuff. I've posted, and I think on some DeviantArt posts, maybe. I've posted pictures of the twins' outfits for the latest chapters in this book, and also Claire's outfits. But if you pledge to the Patreon tier that lets you see concept art, I do post concept art there, which often is like designing the outfits and stuff, and it will include character sheets that have those things. I used to post them just wherever, and now I have Patreon, so I tend to keep those things for that. Hey dear, don't let it slip.
What?
Oh, it's okay. That's not that loud at all. It's nowhere near like the other room.
Okay, I got plates.
Thank you, dear.
Got your water.
Thank
It's
you.
not cold, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm going to finish the inking and then I will break to have food.
Okay.
Do you want to stop the live stream while we're having our food?
Yeah.
And then I can just pick it back up. I can just start it back on when we're done eating.
I don't think people want to listen to us chew.
Chew, chew, chew. Choo, 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 baby. Ba, 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 baby.
That looks like yours.
There is rice layers, right?
Yeah.
Start to get worried.
Someone said, "Who remembers Balto?" Me.
Oh my god, I just watched that.
Me too.
While I was on the exercise bike.
Same.
Because Ash told me she was watching it, and then I was like, I'll watch it.
Steel. He's my favorite.
He has such a great design. I want to get a husky and name it Steel.
Booted me out for some reason.
How dare.
Matt said, "Eleanor, would you ever release a drawing guide or The Art of Sister Claire book?"
I would love to do that. That's actually been something I wanted to do for many years now. I just have thought it would probably be better for me to put my energy into making the comic rather than making an art book for it. But I would definitely like to do something in that vein. I certainly have enough concept art to fill a couple books by now because I've been doing this for so long. Just gotta do a tiny bit more backgrounds and then I'm pretty much done.
Good. Proxy says, "Oh, Ash, let me know if you ever get to sit down and watch Song of the Sea." I will. I really, really want to watch that. Avatar Tag says, "If you're a red waller, you're automatically a level 3 furry." I like Redwall. I don't know if I would call myself a level 3 furry, but I have read, if not all of the books, then definitely at least most of them. Though they do get repetitive after a while.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break now to eat my food.
We'll be back shortly, dear hearts.
Or what I could do is maybe turn off the sound here and just leave it on a close-up of Oscar shouting, "Dinner time!"
I guess you could if you wanted to. I think you should stop it. You're going to have to split it into 2 recordings.
That's true.
Anyway.
I'm going to have to upload it to YouTube, and I don't want this long gap. So, thank you for watching so far. Please don't run away if you want to see the coloring, which I know is something that a lot of people are interested in seeing my process for. I will be doing the coloring immediately following dinner. So please keep this window open or keep an eye on Twitter and Tumblr where I will post when I am restarting. Thank you so much. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.